Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears and live your awesome, beautiful life. All right, as you can see, it's holiday season as of this video. Actually, yesterday was Thanksgiving 2017. So obviously I have my stuff up a little bit early, but I was in the mood. You know, I was really in a festive mood. I thought, you know what? Just put up my trees. I put up about 2 to 3 trees at least every year. And I celebrate. I open up my doors and people come in and they get to enjoy all of that. I want to talk about your life and what's real and what's true and what's available to you to create that awesome life. The one where you're opening your doors to everyone, you're feeling joyful, you're feeling motivated, and you feel like you have a reason to be here, even when it is difficult, because there will be challenges on this earth, at least for a while. We're going into something really incredible. We're in it already. I want you to participate in that because so many of you are still struggling to get into that. You don't think you're in it, and you really are. So let's talk about that. I want you to think about all of the things around you that are fearful, disturbing, that affect you personally or affect your state of peace. You know, what you believe about the world that maybe keeps you up at night because you just think we're going to hell in a handbasket. I want you to think of all of that stuff because, okay, this is really exciting. So the energy's like increasing in the room again. I can always feel it when I'm connecting to something higher. All of that is going to fall away. All of it. All of it. You have that power. You have free will. You are light. You are love. You have free will. Everything you see out there happening, everything that makes you think the world is a bad place or that it's going to, you know, the negative side, you have total control over everything. Not what other people do. They have their journey and their lessons to learn, and that's all it is. It's their growth and their lessons. Can you think of it that way? I was at Thanksgiving dinner and, you know, of course, you know, people get into these political discussions, which I will not engage in, but I stood there and I said, you know, I don't allow politics and religion in my house because it serves no good purpose. And the one person who loved to talk about their opinion, which is fine, said, well, I love a good debate. And I said, yeah, but you're just really trying to convince somebody of something that they believe themselves because they think they're right. And they said, oh, no. I said, so you're not arguing because you think you're right? Are you really going to learn something from somebody else? Of course they're not. They want to impose on somebody else, and they spend all of this time talking about how rotten the government is and all these, and they have all these things that go, you know, that this person's bad, even though all of them in those positions of power pretty much get corrupted on some level because you can't stay on Capitol Hill unless you go with the flow there, make some deals to stay there. It's just part of how that operates now. And I said to this person, listen, the bottom line is, why are we putting power in the hands of other people? We wield it. I don't care what they're doing there. They can do whatever they want. I still have free will. Thank God I'm in a country where I can create my own businesses. I can do what I want. I can speak my mind. And no matter what you think about that, whatever resistance out there, you're creating your reality. So if you believe there's resistance, if you believe it's not going to go well, that is going to happen to you. And anything else along the way, if you do not accept it as growth, will work against you. You're going to stay in that spot or that negative place that you're looking at in a negative way until you understand these are all awesome, positive lessons for you. Now let's talk about the reality of what you possess right now. There is not one thing going on, one action, one thought by anybody else that stops you from becoming an absolute, totally awakened, joyful, abundant, prosperous being. Not one thing. Not the secret space program or the president or all the conspiracies. None of that is about you. It's another reality going on that other people can tap into and participate in if they choose, which serves no purpose in ascension. Disclosure is going to happen. You know why? Because we're not putting up with the bad behavior anymore. And ascension means doing things in a positive way, not pointing fingers and talking badly and, we versus them and us versus them and, all the aliens are coming. It doesn't matter if the Dracos land tomorrow and take over and blast us. It doesn't matter. You absolutely cannot be touched. You have total free will. You are total light and love that can never be changed. Ever. You have free will on what frequency you are on this planet. And you'll take that stuff over on the other side and continue to learn. But you get to choose that. When you are in an awakened state and you understand your power can never be destroyed. Ever be destroyed. No one can make you think or feel anyway. You do that. I don't care what's going on. I don't care who says what or who does what on this planet. You are in total control of how you think and feel and what you believe. Total control. It is all yours. 100%. No one can ever harm you. The physical body has feelings. Yeah, somebody could torture you or whatever. You can still detach from that if you want to and not feel it. That's just a very short period of time. If anything ever happened that was physically unpleasant, is still not touching the essence of you. It's just an experience. Yeah, I can say just an experience, right? Some of them are very profound and painful sometimes, right? They're still part of your growth. They are still to be benefited from. You have to embrace it in order to progress. Otherwise, you're battling of what is, and it's all designed for you to become better. And when you go to that place where you know that no matter what's going on out there, it's a reality that people can either tap into or not. I don't. People are like, you need to know this stuff. I'm like, no, I get to choose what world I live in. And if I don't participate, I am actually functioning in a different reality. Not because I'm putting my head in the sand. My focusing on stuff that has nothing to do with me or what I believe or what's going to benefit this earth means that I'm focused on what I can do. And that is raising my frequency, spreading joy and love, telling people that they are totally in control, empowering others to become something absolutely awesome that they already are. You are that higher power. You can let go of all of this stuff going on out there and know that you can smile. I go into this space where I sort of laugh. It's sort of like this comedy Keystone Cops going on around you that you know isn't real. It's going to come to an end. Every single person that you see that you think all this stuff's going on dies. The essence of that personality will be gone. This is not forever. The essence of their energy continues on. And they're going to have another place to answer to that's not going to touch you because they will have their lessons on the other side. And they'll be handled by other entities that will help them and love them and guide them. And you will be a part of that because you're going to have to raise your frequency. Hopefully, you will not connect to that on the other side. You'll be off on your other assignments and things you're doing. But if you're connecting to that, you'll still participate on that lower frequency when you go over because you haven't learned that you don't need to be a part of that. You don't have to be afraid of it. Nothing can harm you. Nothing can harm you. Nothing. And if anybody thinks this physical world is the definition of that, they don't know what they are. So there's some people stepping up to the plate right now that are really putting their necks on the line that know that they could physically be harmed. when they get involved in that whole conspiracy theory and disclosure and all that stuff. They know what's going on because they know they ultimately cannot be harmed. And if they got harmed, whatever, they're more powerful without that body. And by the way, that is not going to be pleasant for a lot of people who think that they can destroy somebody, whether it's their belief systems or their will, their joy. Nobody can do that to you. No one. So when you guys say somebody else is doing this, like, you're creating that. It's not real. It's not true. It's real for you, but it ultimately isn't. It's what you're choosing. It's your free will. When are you going to give it up? When do you decide you are all that? You can do anything. You can believe and be anything you want. You can go on that high frequency. You can be joyful every day. And when you have those days when, you don't have a lot of energy, you're not feeling all that great, you know you're still okay, and you don't worry about it. It's just something we're going through. We're connected sometimes to other energy. We are the one energy. We're connected to other things that are going on. We're picking up on it. That's okay. Don't freak out about that stuff. Just keep going and focus on what you are. Perfection, light, love. All powerful, not separate from anything that's beautiful, and choosing if you go to the dark side. What's the dark side? If you're worrying, that's the dark side. That's not faith. If you think that somebody else has more power than you, that is not faith. You have not recognized what you are. Yes, we can help each other. Yes, that's why I have this channel. We need each other because we're all at different places. We all have different roles. I came here to do this. I had my own experience. I really wanted to enjoy life because my past lives have had a lot of challenges, and this time I really wanted some stability and to have a lot of fun, and I got to do that, and I still get to do that, and I've lived 10 awesome lives in this lifetime that people would wish to live, and learned lessons and gone through suffering and struggle too. I didn't escape all that. That's part of being human. It's part of what progresses our frequency on the planet. But ultimately, I needed a clear path so that I could sit here and talk to you and not be all hung up on all this negative stuff that, people carry with them and stuff. I got a clean slate right now. Pretty clean. I'm sure that there's stuff. I'm always working on things. I'm not saying I'm the be all end all. And I am not some guru expert at anything. I don't have the answers, but I do know one thing. You absolutely are the ultimate power. You are. And everything that's going on out here is your choice whether you connect to that energy or not. And respect those choices of all the, and people go like all these battles with these aliens and stuff. I don't know if you guys are into that. Probably most of you are. Most of you are aware of it. I wasn't. It's just recent. I've heard some of it and I don't listen to it because if it's at all disturbing or negative and it doesn't serve a good purpose for my learning, I will shut it down. It's like, it's a waste of my time and focus. So here's the deal. Light is all there is, so guess what's always going to be there at the end? And there is no end. Light. That's all there is. Everything else is free will. So when you hear about these battles and stuff, there's no darkness that can battle light. It's all this drama and this experiencing that people are going through. Great. I'm not into it. If you want to experience that and you're, the Dracos are here. They're in the White House. Oh, for God's sake. Who cares? I want you to get it straight because we're going into 2018 and that is a pivotal year. This was a huge transition year and major shifts, energy shifts happened this year. They've been happening for years and they really transitioned this year. 2018, major pivotal year. We can go into an awesome, awesome, beautiful era. We can go into light and love and joy and abundance and prosperity way beyond what you ever imagined, only if you work on it every day. I'm saying this because I'm counting on you to raise the frequency of this planet. And I'm going to go with or without you, but I want you. Why? Because you are me. And the sooner we do this on this linear time here on this planet, the less we have to spend experiencing these things that we're so done with. They've gone way too dark. It's not fun. We don't have to live that life. You're believing it. You're focusing on it. You're blaming others. You're believing the light and darkness battles and Satan and all this made up crap. It served a purpose for a while and now it's not useful anymore. We were living in the dark ages. Look around you. We are floating on a speck at 30,000 miles an hour, rotating at 30,000 miles an hour, out in black, endless space. Does that not blow your mind? We don't even comprehend that. That there's blood flowing through these veins and that everything's intelligent and working together to keep this heart pumping. What keeps the heart pumping? Come on, think about it. Why would it pump at all? Because there's an energy and it's you that keeps that going and you decide when it stops. You really do. You have nothing to ever, 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 ever be afraid of. Ever. Fear is saying you don't have control over your reality. Okay, so we're going to do an exercise, and I'm going to have a whole video on this. We're going to start working on this together. We're going to go into a routine every single day. Meditating, don't you skip a day. Don't you skip a day. You have to go to sleep, right? Every day. I don't care if it's 10 minutes you take out of your day before you go to sleep, you meditate. And you focus on raising your frequency, light and love, and you send peace and abundance out to this universe. It's all you. It's going to raise your frequency. And you focus all day on nothing but light and love. And every thought, what you think, is creating at all times. I'm powerful. I'm whole and perfect. I'm joyful. I am light and love. There is nothing but light and love. I am so fortunate to be here to experience this and be a part of this awesome transition on this planet. Oh my gosh, this is like a pivotal time and we're here. We get to participate. You are special because you're one of the few souls that got to participate in this at this one moment, in this one made up reality. So you have a mission. Dump the crap. Focus on the good stuff. There's tons of videos and things you can watch on Ascension. Shut down the negative games. It is a programming from dark energy that wants you to go there because it loves to bring everybody down. You have a mission. I'm taking this very seriously. I'm on a mission. I'm going to start doing events next year. We're going to have the Breakthrough Fear event and one big thing. I'm sending you light and love, peace, abundance, joy, because you're whole and perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. And I want you to say that every moment that you question that you question what you are and what you can do and the change you can make on this planet. And you know that I love you unconditionally, as does the whole power of the universe. That's all it is. Namaste.